going, everyone?
We are ready.
We are. I'm so sorry, y'all.
Well, we apologize for the delay, but we really appreciate everyone's strong interest in this topic, and we know that it will benefit your agritourism operation. I'm Lena Juarez. I'm the Executive Director of the Florida Agritourism Association, and Sarah Harris is part of our association, runs it. You probably hear the most from her if you call us on a daily basis, or more certainly more frequently than that. And then our special guest today is Melissa Hunt, who is the marketing representative for the Florida Department of Agriculture's Division of Marketing and Development and Industry Communications team. We've known Melissa for a really long time. She is the expert on agritourism for the department, and one of her strong suits is making sure that farms are part of the Florida Fresh from Florida program, which we're going to learn about today. I'd like to give you a little bit of background about Melissa. She has legislative experience working in the past for State Representative Lee Constantine from the Orlando area, as well as Florida Senator Charlie Bronson. And Senator Bronson subsequently became one of our agriculture commissioners. And so Melissa has worked both in the offices in Tallahassee as well as currently in Central Florida. She is a graduate of Converse College in Spartanburg, South Carolina, as well as a graduate of DeLand High School for those Floridians. And one of my favorite things about Melissa is that she has a lot of fun interests. She sings in a choir weekly, and she loves playing the piano. But most recently, she had her first chance to see her beloved Green Bay Packers team play in person. So I'm really happy for that experience for you, Melissa. So with that, here is Melissa Hunt talking about Fresh from Florida.
Hey, thank you, Lena and Sarah. Thank you, guys. It's so good to be here, and I am a rabid Packers fan, so yay! That's important and fun. As Lena said, I'm with the Fresh from Florida membership program. So that's part of the Florida Department of Agriculture and Consumer Services Division of Marketing and Development. So Fresh from Florida is just easier to say. And I'm on the industry communications team. So there are 6 of us on the team. And we'll go through a little bit of what our division does to help agribusinesses promote your products. But also thank you for joining us, and to FATA staff for being big supporters of Fresh from Florida. We appreciate y'all so much. Okay, slide 2. Just a quick overview of what we'll cover. A brief history and overview of the Fresh from Florida program. Then they'll show you a quick at-a-glance membership benefit chart, and then you can see the different types of point of purchase materials, graphic design services, Fresh from Florida logos and usage, logo incentive program, our online agritourism directory, other membership resources, and then at the end we can finish up with any questions you might have. And I think there's a chat feature too. Sarah's going to be monitoring that, so we can look at that at the end, unless someone has a really pressing question right then. So the Fresh from Florida program was established in 1990 by the Florida legislature. It went into effect in January of 1991. So we're on our 31st year now of the program. And it provides Florida's agriculture industry with results-oriented marketing solutions. Under the umbrella of the Fresh from Florida brand, programs are developed to assist Florida growers and producers to raise awareness and promote the sale of Florida commodities. Our mission statement is to connect consumers to Florida-grown products to champion Florida's agricultural economy. And our vision statement is to be recognized as the most trusted brand of agricultural products in the global market. So next, we'll go down a breakdown of the Division of Marketing and Development and the different types of things we do to assist agribusinesses. In our consumer marketing, we work with advertising agencies, we do media campaigns, we have partnerships with different companies ranging from Disney for their different festivals to Amazon Fresh and a lot of other programs. We do work with online shopping platforms. We have over 400,000 followers on our social media venues, and we have a state chef, Chef Justin. We also have an online agritourism directory, which I'm so happy that we have. In terms of our retail and trade development, we work with more than 100 retail partners around the world who promote Florida agriculture products through circular ads, in-store displays, and social media. We're hoping that sampling will be back soon, but the way of our world, it's not available right now, but hopefully one day. And then we also do trade shows to generate sales and create demand for Florida commodities. We have a research section that works with grants and helping connect our members and, well, all Florida agribusinesses with grant products. We have a team that creates all kinds of reports ranging from commodity and shipping reports to annual agriculture statistics and any other special reports that are requested by the commissioner or an industry segment looking for information. That team also does surveys to measure consumer behavior and industry trends. And then there's my team, Industry Communications, and we have such a fun team. I enjoy working with everybody, which I know is a luxury. But we serve as the liaison to the industry associations. We run the Fresh from Florida membership benefit program. We attend industry events and conferences, and we work on communicating with not only the Capitol to communicate the commissioner's priorities for Fresh from Florida projects, but also with industry to find out what's going on, where there are threats and opportunities so that we can help in any way that we can. So those are some of the things that my division does. Plus we have more than 10 other offices and divisions that work directly. You probably have some contact with those other folks, either food safety or plants or inspections or animals. So you know the depth of our department. But we're in the fun section, marketing, so I enjoy that. So in our next slide, you will see a quick and easy membership benefits chart. As you can see, the benefits of membership are very similar for paid and non-paid members, and our paid membership is $50 a year. Non-paid is $0 a year. There are only three differences. So the first is the opportunity to participate in our logo incentive program, and we'll go over that. The second is a choice of a Fresh from Florida business sign, either a farm gate sign or banner, and I'll show an example of that. And then also a graphic design service for logo development, which is a new offering as of last year. But the priority, or the main reason I think people join our program is to be able to use the Fresh from Florida logo. You have to be a member to be able to use the logo. And we have some different logos that you can use for all agriculture products. And then we have a hemp specific logo that we'll show you too in the presentation in case that's something you're doing. But additionally, we also offer training and technical assistance on marketing, exporting, and grants. We have a monthly email newsletter with industry updates and member opportunities to participate in our marketing initiatives or in our trade show initiatives. You can also order point of purchase materials to display with your Florida grown products. We have discounted industry trade show participation opportunities if that's something you're doing with your main business or with your agritourism business, if those are shows that you want to attend. We also have opportunities to participate in advertising and other venues besides our Fresh from Florida magazine, but we do offer discounts in that. We also provide you a subscription to the Fresh from Florida annual magazine. And that just came out in December and it looks beautiful. So we always try to highlight some agritourism operations in that. So next. All right, so we've got point of purchase materials or POP. And these are some fun examples. You've got the honey tags in the top left corner. You've got plastic bags, which we are going away from plastic bags, but we still have some in stock. We've got the big Fresh from Florida die cut signage. Those come with H stakes, so kind of like a campaign sign with the little metal stakes. We would send you those too if those are things you wanted to use. And then in the bottom right corner is an example of one of our seafood brochures. So we do everything from stickers for packaging to the bags, yard signs. We have other yard signs. We have some commodity posters, and we have the seafood brochures. I'm so sorry. I have a little bit of cold. So this is something that's really popular. It was modified a few years ago. It's our on-farm signage, and it's an example of what a farm gate sign or a vinyl banner would look like, customized with your farm name. And that's available to paying members of Fresh from Florida. It's easy. You just let us know you want one, and we confirm the official business name that you want on the sign or banner. And we print those out about 10 at a time. It's a little less expensive to do in bulk that way. So we would just have it shipped to you. So it could take a couple of weeks to get to you once you request it, but that's something we're really delighted to be able to provide. And if you do things beyond your farm, like shows or farmers markets that are not on your property, the banner has been very popular because you can hang it from different locations, but people also like the farm gate sign. I think it's an aluminum, it's a hard sign. So, and I think they're 18 by 36. It's a big sign. So those are very popular. Next, this is something that, like I said earlier, was unveiled last year, and it's been super popular. We used to offer something similar many, many years ago, but this will allow our graphics team to design a company logo. So if you're a brand new business, it's certainly popular, or if you're looking to rebrand, it's another opportunity. It includes a 30-minute consultation over the phone with one of our graphic designer members. They will create a customized high-resolution company logo for web and print use, and that to be used also on your products, on your packaging. And it's a one-time free benefit to paid members. So as you can see here are two examples. They're both clean. The beef is really nice, and then the cannabis is also full color. So these are just some examples of the work that that team can do, and they're very talented. So we're grateful to be able to offer that to our members now. So now here are some examples of the Fresh from Florida logos, and I hope all of you are aware of these logos and that you've seen them throughout your shopping experiences and at the farms you visit and the farmers markets that you attend. And hopefully you use them on your farm too. So you've got the Fresh from Florida. These are available in vertical and horizontal. But these are just some examples. So Fresh from Florida, the Made With, and then the Proud Supporter. And we break those down on the next slide and how those can be utilized. Excuse me. So the Fresh from Florida logo may be used on items that are unprocessed Florida agricultural products like Florida plants, fruit, vegetables, seedlings, seafood, and dairy products. An exception to this rule is things like meat, because they come to us processed, not in their, natural state. So the next type of logo is the Fresh from Florida Made With, and that can be customized. So it says honey in the example, but if you produce blueberries or bok choy or, in any different kinds of things that you would produce, that can be customized. And these can be used for Florida agricultural products that have been processed or combined with other products for the creation of a new product. Examples of this would include sauces, salsas, jellies, and jams. These are not required to be processed and manufactured in Florida. So for example, on that, you might use a co-packer. I know there's a big co-packer in Georgia. And I know farmers who send their products to this company, and they are still allowed to use the made with fresh from Florida, whatever the ingredient is. So if you make a salsa and you use tomatoes from Florida, you can say, made with Florida tomatoes. And then the final one on this slide is Fresh from Florida Proud Supporter. And this may be used for items that are processed and manufactured in Florida from Florida grown products. So this could be used on your packaging, but most often it's used on vehicles, websites, business signage, and advertising. So now we'll get into the different hemp logos, and these are new because we have just started this emerging market of hemp and trying to figure out, the promotional, the ways we can promote Florida hemp. So the first one on the left is the Florida hemp logo, and it's for items that are processed and manufactured in Florida from Florida grown hemp. So some examples of this are hemp extract products that are processed and manufactured in Florida, but they have to be from Florida grown hemp. The Fresh from Florida Made with Hemp logo follows the same rules as the traditional Fresh from Florida Made with logo. It's for items that contain Florida agricultural products that have been processed or combined with other products for the creation of a new product, which that could be a hemp extract product. And we don't require that these be processed or manufactured in Florida. And then finally, the Fresh from Florida logo is like the traditional logo. It's used for unprocessed Florida agricultural products like hemp plants or seedlings. So that rule is consistent for hemp and non-hemp products. So next we have why use the Fresh from Florida logo? And in a recent survey, we discovered that Fresh from Florida logo awareness is at 85%. We also learned that 9 out of 10 consumers say they would be more willing to purchase a product that was labeled Fresh from Florida. So some were much more willing, but we used the more willing or more likely, 9 out of 10. And then 83% of consumers say that they would be more willing to pay more for items with the Fresh from Florida logo on the package. And that is an all-time high. So we were really excited to get that information. The logo is very popular with consumers, and especially in the last couple of years, people have become increasingly aware of where their products are coming from and the ability just to go out to the farm too and get their products. So those are some of the reasons why we love it when our members use the Fresh from Florida logo.
Melissa,
yes,
quick question.
Sure.
Was this survey from consumers in Florida or around the country, or do you know?
I believe it was in the top markets in Florida. Great question. Okay. I can find out. But we do market all over the world. So
Right.
Thank you. Okay. All right. So the next slide is about our logo incentive program. And this is another popular program. It is available to paid members of the program who are eligible to receive 50% reimbursement on their packaging print costs, and that's up to $1,500 a year. So there's no fee to apply for the program. You just are a paid member, and you can submit your packaging to us with some parameters. So this includes consumer packaging and cartons, labels, horticulture catalogs, and vehicle wraps. It must be Florida grown or agricultural products in their raw state. So if the product would not comply with the rules for just the regular Fresh from Florida logo, they would not qualify under this program. Right now, we are currently accepting applications for any invoices dated from July 1st of last year, and that will go through April 30th of this year. And so we show a few examples. You've got the fresh attitude lettuce, you've got the full color logo, and you've got a box with a black logo, the strawberries with the full color, and then a vehicle wrap that has it in the bottom. Oh, it's not a great photo, but it's in the bottom right corner where there's a little bit of sunlight on it. But those are some ways that our members have utilized this program to benefit their marketing budget, to stretch their marketing budgets. So there are some guidelines. We do ask, if you want to do that program, that you contact us. Our coworker Emily works on that program, and just find out to make sure that what you want to seek reimbursement for is eligible, because we don't want you to encumber any costs and then find out you're not eligible. But it's for a government program. I think it's very easy to navigate. And we just ask for some samples of your packaging. We require a minimum print. But if you do one printing on a package, and you only earn $500, you can do multiple printings a year within the program cycle to get up to the $1,500 every year. So we are thankful we get funding for that, and hopefully we will again for next fiscal year, but we're in the middle of that program. So I hope that some of you will decide to utilize it.
Melissa, we had a question.
Sure.
Does a farm stand veggie shopping bag qualify for the copay benefit?
No, that's a wonderful question. And the rationale is that's not necessarily a marketing cost. It's more a cost of doing business, like a vending cost. I have asked in the past about things like wristbands for agritourism, and that is not covered right now. Maybe one day we would be able to cover that. But I appreciate that question.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, thanks. Okay. So next, we do have our main department website, which is FDACS.gov, but we also have a consumer-facing website, and it is followfreshfromflorida.com. And this is unveiled a few years ago. But what you'll see when you open up this website is they change the picture seasonally. So there's a picture of a commodity, and this one it's citrus. And then they would have a recipe, and that rotates based on the season. But other things that you can see on this website are how to join our Fresh from Florida Club, which is for consumers to save recipes. You can create a custom menu board, and we have a chef on staff, and you can email him your culinary questions. We also have recipes and videos featuring delicious Florida products. And there's a button for getting garden tips and finding certified professionals. We link to a large association to help with that. And then we also have an agritourism button. So that is something that makes me so happy.
Melissa, we had a couple more questions come in.
Sure.
Back on the incentive program, do you cover floral wraps for fresh flower bouquets?
Floral wraps, yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Oh, that's good to know.
Yeah, it's a great question. And there is a size requirement. It's not written like it has to be a certain size, but it can't be, a 2.5 centimeter on a 12-inch. It just has to be visible, or the Fresh from Florida logo, but it's very reasonable. We will work with you, and you can send a picture of the sample, and then Emily will work with you to make sure it fits all the requirements. So, okay. But yeah, that's a great way to use it. We would love that.
And Lisa sees Fresh from Florida in Publix on produce. Is that part of the program?
Yes. So part of one of the things our retail team does is they meet with produce buyers at all of these grocery chains, more than 100 chains around the world. And they work with them on what they're going to do to promote Florida. The local message has been popular for the past 10 years or so. So it's super easy in Florida to promote Florida because we're here. And Publix is a great partner. We work with Winn-Dixie, Sedano's, Presidente, Fresh Market. We work with a lot of different retailers. And sometimes they create their own signage that promotes Fresh from Florida. Sometimes we work with them on creating signage. It all depends on the relationship that the retail team, or the agreement the retail team works on with that produce buyer. And sometimes the chain doesn't want any outside point of purchase materials, but sometimes they'll request it from us. So Publix is a super partner. You can see it everywhere right now, hopefully, in your local Publix stores. So thank you for that question. Okay, so this is when you click on that right button in the top right corner. It says agritourism. This is the screen that you would see. And as you can tell, there's a map with businesses populated throughout the state. And if you clicked on one of those big numbers, it would drill it down more geolocally. So you could see the cities where these different businesses are. Now, one of the things that I do before I put a business on here is I check to make sure that the property is classified as agricultural. We just follow the parameters as outlined in statute to keep the integrity of the statute, up to date. But this includes members of Fresh from Florida, but also members of the Florida Agritourism Association, whether the farm is a member of Fresh from Florida or not. And I can show you the differences and how we promote those, but that's something we are happy to do because we really appreciate everything that FATA does to support us and to support y'all. It's a super relationship. So next slide, it drills down a little more. So if you click on the Show Me feature, you'll get a pull down menu and it shows different categories. So it could be you pick or a ranch and dairy or educational experiences. And these are the different categories that we list. And you could be multiple categories, of course. And then it also allows you to search by season, business name, city, and zip code. So those are some other ways you can search for a company to go visit. So the next one shows an example of a Fresh from Florida member profile. I believe they're also members of FATA. So if not, they have been. So hopefully they are. This is Long and Scott Farms, and this is their Scott's Country Market and Maze Adventures. And I'm in Central Florida, so this is a farm I visit a lot when they're open. I go buy fresh product there. So it's one of my local shopping spots. But you can see we have their logo. And on that screen with the logo, there are little arrows, and you can scroll through and see pictures that they submit. So it might be of their product growing in the fields, maybe something in the farm market, a picture of their corn maze and their play area. So members can submit whatever photos they want. And I think we've had people submit around 10 at the most, and we'll put those all on there and they just rotate. But other types of information we include on this. So you can see their address and phone number, an email button and a website button, a biography, a little bit about the farm, but also things like what activities are offered, what seasons are they open, are there restrooms, what are the business hours, and just a cost anything to attend. So we try to keep that updated. We have we're still lacking some information from our members, but that's okay. We put it on when we can get it. But this is just a fun way for people to learn. A consumer can go on our website and pull up a farm and get all kinds of information. And so then the next one is an example of what we provide for a FATA member that's not a member of Fresh from Florida. So you see that the point is the same on the map for all members. We don't distinguish between Fresh from Florida or FATA, but when you click on the point on the map, it shows the name of the farm, the city, and there's a link to the website. So that way people are aware of what's in the area, but and they're able to, learn more about the farm that way. So we're happy to do that as well. And then our final, this is like a big honking slide. So this is just more membership resources, the benefits of being a member of Fresh from Florida. So there are opportunities to participate in trade shows at department-sponsored booths and pavilions at a reduced cost, featuring fresh and value-added products. And these could be domestic and international shows. We also do a tie-in to retail trade and social media opportunities. So one of the things that we've done is we've asked farmers who grow, last year we did strawberries, sweet corn, and I believe watermelon and tomatoes, to shoot 30-second videos from their smartphones in their fields. And they sent them in to us, and our graphics team added some verbiage, and we put those on our digital ads and places in our website for people to see the different products. So we're working on that again. Stay tuned for more on that. We also provide an annual subscription to Fresh from Florida magazine. Again, that just came out in December, and it's a great issue. We have a monthly email newsletter, and it features our businesses and business news. And we also feature our members. So it's a way we can help tell your story. And that's fun too. And our Emily works on that, and she loves to get the content, and we'll feature the farm, the family, whatever you want, with pictures so people know where to visit you. And I think we have about 4,000 recipients of that newsletter. We also have a weekly commodity shipment report that goes out, and the week in Florida agriculture. And we also do targeted marketing and grant opportunities. So for example, last week we did a webinar on specialty crop block grant, and the staff who work with USDA on administering those grant funds, but within my agency, they were the ones who conducted the webinar. So that's something we were able to provide for free just on an afternoon, and it was under an hour, and people were able to log in, and then we'll email that to people too if they want a copy of it, but also if they couldn't join in, we can send it out so they have the opportunity. So those are just some of the things that we do for our members. And then the final slide is just my contact information.
One more question, Melissa.
Sure.
What are the metrics for the website?
That I don't know, but I can find out.
Okay. Wonderful.
Yeah. I know we do have more than 400,000 followers for our social media venues. But I can find out from our team. It's a different team than my team, but I will ask. It's a great question. And then, so there's my phone number, but we just want to thank you for your interest in learning more about Fresh from Florida. And my entire team, we appreciate everything that y'all do to keep Florida growing. And we know that what you offer is a way for families to get outside and learn more about agriculture and get that tie-in to the land. And we know it's wholesome and fun. So we just thank you so much for everything you do to help keep Florida growing.
Well, and you've been a great partner with us as well. You've been very helpful to our members. So we appreciate you. And the Fresh from Florida opportunity is just kind of broadens our reach as well for our members.
Well, thank you. And if anyone has questions, please feel free to reach out to me. And I will, Sarah has sent me an updated membership list, so I'm going to be going through that in the next couple of weeks to make sure that if anyone is new since we last updated the website, that you get included. But if you check out the website and see that you're not on there, please let me know, and I'll work on that first, so we can make sure everybody's up to date.
Thank you, Melissa, so much. This was a really informative webinar. And for all of our members, we have some great speakers coming up this spring. So stay tuned for announcements.
Excellent. Thank you.
Okay, if we don't have any more questions, I guess we'll say goodbye until next time. Thank you all for joining us. We really appreciate your time. And thank you, Melissa.
Thank you.